Parasite is my favorite movie of this year. It's a South Korean film written and directed by Bong Joon-ho, who's also known for films such as Okja and Snowpiercer. I don't want to say too much about the plot because I went into this film completely blind, and I'm really glad I did because it took me for a wild ride. All I'll say is that it's about two families in South Korea who live very different lives and how they act once their lives interact with each other. The best way I can describe this film is that it's a social satire, dark comedy heist film, but not like a bank heist, more like a heist of a lifestyle, if that makes sense. Now, the reason this movie works so well is because of the characters we follow. It's a very low income family, but are the smartest people in the area because it's their survival instinct to be. And they use this intellect to get themselves out of the current living situation they're in into a much better one. I think the biggest point that this film is trying to make is the distinction between how general life affects the rich and the poor. There's a great scene that happens at night when it starts raining, and the rich family starts commenting on how beautiful it looks and how it'll clean up the dirt on the side of the road and how unaffected they are by it. Meanwhile, the poor family is struggling because their whole home has been flooded. The blocking in the scene is also something that I really admired. The way the camera moves with these actors was just remarkable. Each step taken from a character was motivated with such intent and really brought me to the edge of my seat in some of the more intense scenes. This is also one of the funniest movies I've seen this year, which I was really surprised by because going into it, I was expecting not to understand a lot of it because it's a subtitled movie, but having seen it now, I am no longer surprised that it's doing so well with American audiences because the main point of the movie is very universal. I walked out of this movie just wanting more and more. I did more research about it and everything, and I really want to see it again because it really affected me in such a strong way. I've seen a lot of great films this year, but Parasite makes it to the top of the list for me. I'm going to give Parasite a 9.7 out of 10.